Welcome to another lesson of Adobe Photoshop. In this lesson, we are going to learn about how we can make a graffiti t-shirt design or graffiti drip t-shirt design by using the tools of Adobe Photoshop. Well, there are a lot of ways of how you'll be able to do it, but I'm going to show you the subtle way and also the simplest method. And there is going to be a bit of complexity if you feel like if you don't know or you don't have some basic ideas about the tools and how those actually work. Okay, so I'm going to guide you through the process. You don't have to worry about anything. Okay, so without any further ado, let's just jump into the lesson where we are going to start editing our design, and later on we're going to mock it up to the t-shirt which we want to use. First off, I'm going to go over the new files, or I can open up the t-shirt design first, which I'm going to mock it up, but I'm going to show it to you later on. Click on new file. I'm going to use the same one, which is going to be width 1556 and then going to be 1852. Keep it to be portrait, but you can also keep it to be inches, which I use most of the times. I'm going to do is click on open again, or maybe like let's say new file, and then select the one which I most of the time use. Let's say I'm going to use this one instead of that one. Press on create and you will have your file. Okay, next thing what I'm going to do is going to be adding in the design and making the design on my own. What you have to do is follow these steps. Okay, please don't skip any part, because if you do, you might like miss a couple of usage of tools, because this is going to be a bit complex than the other ones which I showed before. First off, I'm going to start off with the background, then I'm going to go over layers by layers. Okay, first off, let's start off with the first layer. As we have this page, I'm going to do is click on file, open up. First I'm going to do is open up the background layer. You can use whichever background layer you want. First I'm going to do is add in these effects. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to press on open. As that has been opened, I'm going to open up another one which I'm going to use as a background. Click on open again. I'm going to go down and find that photo which I'm going to use. Let's say I'm going to use another drip or color pattern. First off, I'm gonna do is select this one which I told you I'm gonna use it as a background. So I'm gonna do is select this file first and use the select tool. I'm gonna go over here and use the quick selection tool. Now you will see that I'm going to select the whole thing by using this brush tool. Now I'm gonna do is select all of this by using that quick selection tool. You can also use the magic brush tool to select it perfectly and also a lot simply. Well, it's not a problem if you select quite a like couple of parts. What I'm gonna do is decrease the size a bit. You can see a couple of parts have not been selected. I'm gonna select all of them together. You can see from over here. I'm gonna select these parts too. Then you can also like cut a couple of parts if you don't want to use it. Okay, so you don't have to worry that much. I'm gonna select these parts too, and as those parts have been selected, I'm going to use this, the minus brush tool to actually remove the parts which I don't need. You can see these parts are being removed. You can see how it actually works. You can see it like this, how it works. What I'm going to do is remove these part too, which is over here. Now you can see almost all of the parts which I don't need are removed. So what I'm going to do is keep it like this. And after I'm done, I'm going to do is clipping. I'm going to add in a clipping mask. You can see this has been applied. And I'm going to do is going to be taking this content. I'm going to click on this move tool. Take this content on the first layer. You can see it like this, right? So this is going to be my background. So I'm going to press on Control T, increase the size a bit more so that I can use it for later purpose. Just like this. Okay? This looks a lot more better. Now what I'm going to do is going to be adding in a couple of effects. Okay, now there are both ways of how you'll be able to add in a graffiti. One is going to be making it on your own, and another method is going to be like using pre-built ones. So first off, I'm going to show it to you the pre-built one, and later on I'm going to show you the from scratch one too. First off, I'm going to go over to file, click on open, or open is embedded. That's like totally up to you, but I'm going to open it up because I have to make some edits over there too. Go over to desktop and go over the file where you have it. I'm going to go down and select whichever one I want to use. Let's say I'm going to use this one. Press on open. And you can see how it looks like. I'm going to do the same thing by copying that layer or this object and then using it on over there. So I'm going to select the quick selection tool again, increase the size, and to select the whole part. You can see this was a lot like easier selected. You can see these layers have been selected. I'm going to select these shadows too. Select the shadows. And after you're done with it, what you're going to do is select each and every part of it. And then later on, just apply it or make a clipping mask. But first, I'm going to remove this part. Okay. So I'm going to click on minus. I'm going to zoom in. What I'm going to do is decrease the size. You can see this part is now selected. What I'm going to do is keep it like this. And after I'm done, I'm going to like open up another masking layer or clipping mask. Okay, I'm going to first off, I'm going to do is go over to layers, click on clipping mask. You can see this part has been removed too. You can see these parts have been removed. I'm going to press on Control Z again. I'm going to use these areas, which I'm going to need. Now I'm going to make the clipping mask. I can see this part has been removed, not that part, and you have almost every of the content which you want to use. I'm going to press on Control T. It's going to be this one. I'm going to place it over here. I'm going to take this directly. I'm going to press on Control Z again, use the move tool, and take it over to this layer. I'm going to paste it over here. I'm going to zoom out, Control T. I'm going to resize it or take it wherever I want to. Let's say I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to do is rotate it. Keep it like this. Okay. And I'm going to press on like Alt and zoom in and see how it actually fits. Paste it over here. I'm going to increase the size a bit more. You can see the layer has been made. Now I'm going to do is add in this effect, press on this, and you can see that this effect has been applied. Now I'm going to do is open up another effect layer and then use it. Okay, I'm going to go over to open and then use the ones which I'm going to use. Okay, press on OK, open, or which I already have it opened over here. I'm going to select these parts too, which I'm going to use right now. So I'm going to click on the selection tool again. Select these parts. I can see these parts have been selected. Okay, as it is selected, I'm going to press on layers, add in a clipping mask. I'm going to like go over to move and go over here and apply it. You can see this has been applied. I can use it like this. I'm going to like keep it like this, Control T. I'm going to resize it a bit more. I'm going to keep it like this, and I'm going to do is going to be right click on it. You can like use the blending option, but I'm going to do is just take it down here. You can see this looks a lot more better, and also the drip, the drip design is made over here. I'm going to add in more of those. Let's say as I'm done with this, I'm going to do is delete this. You can add in more layers too. That's like totally up to you, so that you can use it like over and over again. I'm going to select on this brush tool or select tool, and I'm going to do select these parts. You can see this has been selected too. I'm going to use this too. Press on clipping mask. You can see this has been like done over here too. I'm going to go over the move tool and take it over there and paste it over here. Take it like this. I'm going to click on it and keep it above so that it is like this. I'm going to Control T. I'm going to resize it a bit more so that I can use it like this over here. Resize it a bit more. I'm going to keep it somewhere around here. What I'm going to do is right click on it, go over to blending option, and then like decrease it or decrease the transparency a bit. I'm going to go like click over here, decrease the transparency. I'm going to do is full opacity, not keep full opacity because that looks like not natural. And keep it like this or maybe somewhere, okay, wherever you want to. I can add in like shadows too. Let's say I'm going to do is drop shadow. I'm going to do is keep its distance, and also let's say I'm going to keep the distance like this. I'm going to keep the spread like this and size to be like this. Okay. And I'm going to do is keep the opacity a bit higher. I'm going to keep the angle somewhere around here. Okay. You can use multiply or you can use normal too. That's like totally up to you how you're going to work with it. After you're done, just press on OK. And you can see that layer has been added too. Now I'm going to do is add in another one. But this time I'm going to do is use or try to change the color. I'm going to do select the tool again, select whichever one I want to use. Let's say I'm going to use this part this time. I'm going to press on clipping mask. I'm going to go over to the move tool and take it over to that layer and paste it. Can see this part has been added too. I'm going to keep it like this, press on Control T, and then resize it first. I'm going to do is rotate it a bit more. Or let's say this time it's going to be a bit underneath. I'm going to do is increase the size. And take it below it. You can see now this is a lot like underneath it. And after you're done, just press on OK. And you will have a graffiti like design. But there are a couple of more methods to what you want to do. Okay, so you can add in a lot more effects, and then after you're done, what you're gonna do is Control T, or like press on Control, select all of them with your mouse, with your left mouse key, and convert it into a smart object. Next thing what you're gonna do is add in this raster layer or rasterize your layer so that you can apply more effects too. If you want to add in more brush effects, you can also apply that. But here what I'm gonna do is go over to filters, go over to blur. I'm gonna do is select on, let's say, I'm going to use the radial blur. Now you can see the radial blur has been applied. You can increase it or paste it wherever you want according to your desire. And I'm going to do is click on this layer, and if you're done with it, just press on OK. But if you don't want it, you can use the spiral tools too, so that you can like apply more effects. Okay, so from here you can also fill your, like make fill effects over here. As you can see, the blur has been applied. Now I'm going to do is take it to the mockup file where I'm going to use it. So I'm going to do is open up the mockup file, click on file, click on open. I'm going to go over to the file and open up the mockup t-shirt design so that I can use it. So I'm going to, let's say if I want to use the black shirt, or the white shirt, I can use it on the white shirt. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do is take it, I'm going to do is Control Z. I'm going to click the move tool and take it like over to the file of the t-shirt, paste it. I'm going to do is press on Control T. I'm going to do is decrease the size and paste it around here. You can see how good it actually looks. And after you're done, just press on this option. But if you want to add in more effects, you can like apply more effects. What I'm going to do is right click on it. Let's say I'm going to do is add in some shadow or maybe some outer glow so that it looks a lot more better. Let's say I'm going to do is outer glow. I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to do is increase the spread. I'm going to do is increase the size. I'm going to do is like fix up the noise. Can fix up the opacity. That's like totally up to you how you're gonna work with it. Let's say I'm gonna use this red tool or red one. And I'm gonna do is keep it like this. Smoothness to be something around here. After you're done, just press on OK, and then you'll be good to go. Okay, this is how you'll be able to make a graffiti t-shirt design, and also by using the pre-built ones. But now I'm going to show you how you'll be able to edit those from scratch and also make up that text on your own. So I'm going to go over here again. I'm going to do is first off, I'm going to do is convert it all into layers. I'm going to do is right click on it, just click on it again and convert it into a layer. I'm going to do is group it to layers. So as I've turned it into layers again, I'm going to do is remove this. Okay, Control T. I'm going to remove it. Okay, press on delete, and that will be deleted. But if it does not delete, what you're going to do is select on the layer and click on this, press on delete layer 2. Now I'm going to do is edit in the text according to my desire. So first off, I'm going to do is apply another layer, which is going to be above here. But you can like place it wherever you want. I'm going to apply those effects later on too. I'm going to click on this layer, and I'm going to do is click on text, click on it, and you will see it will look like this. Let's say I'm going to type drip, enter, or maybe like do the drip first and then later on add in another one. Click on it. I'm going to do is select it again, increase the size as I already have it. And I'm going to do is change this to be something different. I can use this one too. That's like totally up to me how I'm going to work with it. I'm going to go down. I'm going to go down a bit more and find out which is like actually usable. Okay. Let's say I'm going to use this one if possible. We can also use, a lot better ones. So I'm going to do is go over like at the top and then use a one which is like usable, something like this or maybe like this. I'm going to keep it like this. Okay. Press on OK. I'm going to do is click on it. I'm gonna do is click on this, like Control T. I'm gonna do is increase the size first, and then later on I'm gonna do is apply those effects. First I'm gonna do is keep it like this, increase the size. This is how it will actually look like. Click on this option. I'm gonna do is apply those effects. I'm gonna do is right click on it. I'm gonna do is change the color. If you want to change the color, you can change it from over here. You can select the layer and then go over the color and then change it according to your desire. But if it doesn't work, what you have to do is go over the layers again, right click on the text, or click on the text and then change the color. Let's say I'm going to keep it to be something like this. Okay, press on OK. Now I'm going to add in the stroke. Right click on it. I'm going to go over the blending option. I'm going to go over on like stroke or satin, which I'm going to use. I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to keep the opacity. I'm going to decrease the size. Click on normal. I'm going to go over change the color. Let's say I'm going to go over the red. You can select whichever one you want. So I'm going to click on over here after I'm done. Now I'm going to do is press on OK. Now if you want to fix the style, you can apply new style too. You can apply blend option and opacity. I'm going to keep it like this, and I'm going to go over the styles or blending option, and then you'll be able to change, you know, whatever you want to from over here, opacity and all of those. I'm going to keep it to be full and also opacity to be full. I'm going to apply a pattern effect. If you want to do that, you can also do that too. But if you don't want it, just click on this tool again or click on this option and that pattern will be removed. I'm going to go over the outer glow or drop shadow. If you want to do that, you can see the shadow has been dropped. I'm going to do is press on OK. I'm going to fix the distance first. You can see how it looks like. Press on OK. You can also change the color. Right click on it, go to blending option. And I'm going to do is select on the drop shadow and change the color to be white. You can see that I have a white layer like there too. Press on OK. And you're going to have the design. Now let's say I'm going to add in the same effect or the same text right now. Okay, I'm going to apply another effect over here or apply another layer first, and then I will add in the text. Click on apply another layer. I'm going to do is apply, let's say drip out. You can see it will look like this. Click on this option, Control T. I'm going to move it, or like first off rotate it a bit. Keep it like this. Let's say I'm going to take it over here. First I'm going to do is change that out underneath. Okay, under the drip. I can see it will look like this. I'm going to go over here and select the tool first. I'm going to do is Control Z. I don't need this layer, so I'm going to delete it because I'm going to like remove it. Press on yes. I'm going to click on this out. Right click on it, go over to blending option and apply the same things. It will be directly applied if you like turn it on. Like you can see strokes that has been applied. Go over to drop shadow, it will be applied too. So this is how it actually works. Press on OK and then it will be done. You can apply or fix out the shape according to your desire. Let's say I'm going to like increase the size a bit more, and I'm going to keep it like this. You can see how it actually works. Now if you want to apply more layers or apply more effects, that's like totally up to you. I'm going to keep it like this or maybe somewhere like this. Okay, press on OK and you can see the layer or the design has been made. Now I'm going to do is right click on it again. First I'm going to do is take all those options and fix it according to my desire. I'm going to go up and fix the drip. Okay, first I'm going to do is take this. Okay, this is down, this is good. I'm going to select on this one. Okay, let's see which one this is. Not this one. I'm going to select on first layer or second layer 5. You can see this one it is. I'm going to take it up above. Okay, take it on totally above here. But if it's not the one, you can like take it down again. You can keep it like this, which is not layer. Control T, and let's see which one it is. You can see layer. Okay, this one it is. Control T. I'm going to do is take it above. I'm going to take it up above drip. You can see that apply or that effect has been applied. Then you can apply more effects if you want to your text. Let's say I'm going to like change the color a bit more or make it a bit more darker on this one on the out. So I'm going to click on out. I'm going to click on this and click on effects. I'm going to go over to blending options. You will see that interface will open up again. Let's say I'm going to add in a bit more color. I'm going to like fix out the underlying layers a bit more. You can see this has been applied. or the colors have, got above a bit more, you can fix out the layers too. Let's say I'm going to keep it to be like the darkest. You can fix these options too. That's like totally up to you how you're going to work with it. What I'm going to do is go over the contour if you want to. If you want pattern overlay, you can also apply pattern overlay. But if you don't want it, just click on it again. You can also use gradient overlay. That's like totally up to you. But if you don't want it, you can also remove it just the way you do it. After you're done, just press on OK. You can see it will look like this. You can also do the same thing on the drip. Okay, if you want to change the color, do the same thing or select on this option, click on color, and then you'll be able to change the color a bit more. Press on OK, and then you'll be good to go. Next thing we're going to do is going to be turning all of that into a smart object. Click on them, click on all of them, right click on it, and convert to smart object. You can see all of them has turned into a smart object. Next thing I'm going to do is rasterize the layer. As you can see, the layer has been rasterized. Now I'm going to do is going to be opening up the file, which is like this. But next I'm going to do is paste it on a black one. So I'm going to open up a black one, and I'm going to do is select white. Okay, this is like converted. Well, you can use it wherever you want. Let's say I'm going to go over here. Not my bad. I'm going to press on Control T, Control Z, as I don't need that layer. I'm going to go over at layers, click on this and delete. As I'm going to select this, click the move tool, and then take it over to the black or white shirt which you want to apply it on. You can see this has been applied. Control T. I'm going to resize it and paste it like this. You can see this looks a lot more better. Okay. Well, you can like make it up on your own too now. So if you want to like make it from scratch, the designs from scratch, you can do that. Well, it will take a bit of a time, but you will actually get your result. But if you want to like start from or like make a pre-built one, you can also do that. Okay. So obviously, like if you make it on your own, that it will take a bit of a time. Let's press Control T, resize it, and convert it into a smart object first, and then see how it actually works. Control T or Control and convert into smart object. Now you can see the t-shirt design has been made. I'm going to apply it on the white one too. Press it over here and take it to the white shirt. I'm going to press on Control T. I'm going to do is decrease the size, keep it over here. You can see how it looks like after you're done. Just press on this. Okay. And if you want to like, use the blending option, you can do that too. That's like totally up to you. If you want to obviously make up or like make it look a lot more professional, go over the blending option and fix it a bit more. And then you will see your final result and how it will actually look like. Let's go over there and see how it actually looks like on other ones. Let's say pin light. You can see it also looks quite good. But if you want to keep it to be vivid, you can also keep it like that. You can see how it looks like on vivid, exclusion. You can also change the color, hue, saturation, color, luminar, and all of those. You can also keep it to black and white. That's like totally up to you. You can make changes according to your desire. And if you want to like add in more effects or add in more contents, just right click on it, convert it into a layer. Okay, and then you'll be able to make more changes on this layers or on this design. So hope you understood everything about this lesson on how you'll be able to make a graffiti t-shirt design and also use it for various purpose and later on edit it and also mock it up to your t-shirt. So thank you for watching this video up till the end. Hope you did not skip any part. Okay, I'm going to like suggest you to not skip any parts of any of these lessons, because if you do, you might miss out like a lot of steps, and that will make you like that will turn into a hassle later on. So thank you for watching this video again and also for staying with us.